What it do? The Breaking Barriers podcast co-host.
What's up?
Happy Tuesday.
Happy
Drena,
to.
what that internet looking like today?
Let's not even talk about it. We don't want to jinx it. Let's just keep it going.
Hey, Didi, give it about 15 minutes. Give it about 10, 15
Right.
minutes.
Because last time Didi was like, her internet ain't messed up yet, and then it just went out.
I
let's,
was like, what happened to Drena?
Drena
let's
be
not even
gone, man.
talk about it.
Drena be gone. Drena be doing her own thing.
Mississippi don't give a damn about Drena internet at all.
At all.
Well, how y'all doing this week? We got a busy show tonight. It's about to be on and popping. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah, man. I'm excited too. I'm extremely excited. You feel?
Yeah.
Hey.
So for y'all who have just tuned in, this may be your first time watching, first time seeing the Breaking Barriers podcast. We will introduce ourselves. We have a special panel tonight, so we're excited about that. It's a 3-week series on relationships. If you missed last week's episode 39, go back and watch it on YouTube. We had the women on last week. This week we got the men, and next week we're going to bring both panels together, and we're going to talk this thing out. So I will introduce my amazing co-hosts. So for you who don't know who they are, I will first start with the legendary author himself, Mr. Adrian Taylor, aka.
I like it when you call me Arthur. Hey.
AKA
Mr. GC all day, every day. You know what it is.
Hey. And then we have Drena. Lord, please don't let her internet mess up tonight.
Talk about it.
AKA
Dreen.
AKA
Bernice Diggs from Chuckalisa.
Hey Karima. Hey boo.
Chuckalisa in the house, Mississippi in the house. You know what? People always like, yo, is Chuckalisa really? Like, what?
Right.
Y'all...
I always ask that. Always.
Oh, you one of them?
For real.
Oh, you one of them, huh? Okay.
Them accents ain't real.
Them accents is not real at all. I don't know where they come from.
Y'all see y'all boy Carl back, right?
Carl, that was like a month ago, huh?
It was not a month ago. Oh my god.
Okay, it was like 3 weeks ago.
It was like last week.
No,
Yeah.
Yes, it was, Adrian.
It was last week.
Jesse Powell just died like last week.
I could have sworn that was like 2 weeks ago at least.
That's how much news cycled through the internet that it makes
Right.
it seem like it's been that long ago.
Dang.
That's terrible.
Well, R.I.P. Jesse Powell. You was my jam. You know what I'm saying?
Mine too.
Well, still is.
Yeah. It's a classic. It's a hit.
It's a classic.
Mm-hmm. Can I get an intro?
Is it really a hit though?
Oh, we ain't gonna do that today.
Is it really? No, I'm serious. It's a classic, but is it really a hit though?
I think it was a hit back in the day.
I don't know if it was really a hit.
Everybody wanted that song sang at their wedding.
Yeah.
That's why it's a classic. I don't know if it's a hit though.
Yeah.
So when I say a hit, that means it did well on radio and
I don't
sales.
know now.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was a hit, but it's a classic. Anyways, I want to introduce the legend herself, because it's gonna be hyped tonight. The legend, Miss Didi Legette, aka
the core queen,
aka
the soul snatcher,
and also the 70,000 subscribers.
70,000.
Hey, you know, I gave you that name right now. You know what I'm saying? You deserve your props for that.
Hey. Look, we about to get into these trending topics real fast because I'm excited about this panel coming on. So first, of course, we always got to do a little NFL recap for the week. See what y'all thinking. I ain't got nothing to say but one thing about my team. I don't care about nobody else. Them Eagles showed out last night, honey. The Eagles showed out.
Baby, all the ladies in the comments, they ready for tonight.
Clearly, they here early. You hear me?
So Adrian be tripping.
I don't even know what I did. I don't know, Carl. Sorry, I always be tripping on you.
Shout out to Jalen Hurts, the Eagles quarterback.
Hey, he on my fantasy team.
NFL record. 300 yards throwing, 2 rushing touchdowns, and an 80 what is it, QBR, whatever the hell it's just called. Quarterback rating. Yeah, whatever it's called.
Whatever, he putting up numbers. I know
he
that.
Put up numbers. He showed out last night.
He putting up them numbers. I was like, yeah. I'll let your boy. Yeah, he on my fantasy team. And the fantasy team called the money team. Yes, because we get money over here. Broncos, they barely won. Okay.
Look, that daggone them Buccaneers showing out. I don't know what they're gonna do next game though, because Mike Evans got suspended for a game.
My Jags will win the Super. Carl.
Who said that?
Carl.
Nah, Carl. Not Carl.
You missed that comment.
Carl. Have you been drinking?
Carl, you from Duval? Come on now.
Oh, Lord, that's I'm sorry. Oh, you from Duval? That's unfortunate. She said it was a win and not barely. Period.
Don't do them.
It wasn't barely. Okay.
All right. Well, shout out. It's NFL. This football season. I'm excited about it. So yeah, I love it. All right. Since y'all from the SIP, we know this has been a huge issue going down the past what's about a month now? It's been over a month, hasn't it?
Yeah.
With this Mississippi water crisis. I read up on it. I'm just like, this is just ridiculous. Like, this would never happen in a rich neighborhood, ever. It would be fixed in a New York minute. Like, it would be no questions asked. Heads would be rolling. Like, no. Only in poor towns like somewhere in Mississippi or Flint, Michigan would this even be fathomed to happen at all. It's crazy. Like, folks, I think they just dropped the boil water notice.
Yeah, I think it was like last Thursday, maybe. One day like that. But it's even crazier because it's in the capital. Like, that's where the state capital is.
Wow.
But Jackson is like Jackson and surrounding areas are always the only part of our state that votes blue, entirely blue. Like, they're the only portion of the state that pops up blue on the map anytime there's any voting.
Of course. Go figure.
Can't get no blue nowhere else. It's a wrap.
Not in Mississippi, baby.
Not in the SIP.
Down in the valley where the girls get naked.
Drena, do they get naked down there?
I don't know. I'm just listening. I just worked the dough. I just came to dance. I just came to dance. That's it. I don't know what they do inside.
That is so funny. I don't know what be going on down there. Well, hopefully the folks, because I know I saw some videos and the water was coming out like mud.
Yeah.
So hopefully they got that thing fixed. I don't know. Let's see. The last trending topic, Lord help us all. And this ain't a hot mess. Brett Favre and the Governor Phil Bryant with the welfare scam. They've been taking the people's money.
We're keeping it in the SIP today, huh? All right.
Phil Bryant, former state governor, but also we have to remind everybody, Phil Bryant is the nephew of Carolyn Bryant, the woman who
Emmett Till.
Yeah. The woman who lied and said that, Emmett Till whistled at her. So they're in the same family. Like, so wow. They're just horrible people.
Wow. So they done
not one.
From what I heard was they took welfare funds that was supposed to be for the less fortunate and used it for Brett Favre's daughter's school or something. Like they made something for the volleyball team or something. It was like over $1 million
They
something
gave
dollars.
money to. They gave money to build a volleyball gym at USM, and also they paid him to do public speaking engagements that he never showed up for. But in that whole, so they have a new, I think, attorney general in the state, and he's basically going through and he's checking everybody, anybody that got any type of fraudulent funds, he's coming after them. And so it was like a pro wrestler that was like supposed to do speaking engagements. It was a whole slew of people, but Brett Favre is, I guess, the most prominent person that has done it. But yeah,
they said that Brett Favre paid back $1.1 million, but he still owes like $280,000.
Yeah, in interest. And his attorney claimed that he didn't know anything, but he definitely knew. He definitely knew it wasn't the right thing. Right.
You thought they was giving. Why did you even need to do that though? Like, that's crazy. That is some real selfish.
That's how the rich stay rich.
That's crazy. That child. But we the criminals. We the crooks.
If you go steal somebody's EBT card, I bet they put. If I walk out here and take somebody's EBT card, they're gonna put my black ass in jail.
Yeah, you get on this blue app and talk about you selling some food stamps and see what they come get you.
Right.
Carl, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's the wrestler that got the money that was supposed to be doing the speaking engagements and didn't. Like, it was like 3 or 4 like people who were, considered to be athletes that were supposed to be doing these speaking engagements that were funneled money from MDHS.
They gonna take the poor people money.
Hey man, that's how they do.
Oh my God, that's crazy. So I had somebody had asked me to talk about this one thing real quick because for some reason it's been trending really fast on social media and it's so stupid. But I don't know if y'all know the girl. Her name is Erica Banks.
Yeah, the one that was twerk girl. Yeah.
That's the same girl.
Bust it. It's the song Bust It.
Bust It.
Bust It.
Bust It.
Bust It.
Bust It. Yeah.
So apparently somebody got mad at her and shared a video of her talking about how she specifically selects her friends to go to the club with her. And this is just a party, not to make money or nothing like that. It's just the friends that I go out with, they have fun with, they have to look a certain way. And that look is they have to look like they have a BBL pretty much. They can't be skinny. They can't be fat. They can't be ugly. They have to have this certain look. And she said because when they get in the section, they got to be able to twerk and that thing need to be moving. I'm like,
didn't she say something about they got to have like a weave or something? It was just
all got to have a weave with like. I said, this generation is in so much trouble. Like, if that's important, this is ridiculous. So everybody on social media was dragging her, pulling up old pictures of her before she got her body done. Like, the nerve of you. Was your friend telling you this?
She got her body done?
Yeah, she got a BBL. Yep. We love you too, Carl. We appreciate you.
Good night, Carl.
Yeah, she got her body done, and now all of a sudden you got a criteria of what friends can go with you to the club. If you don't go,
I don't even think she don't even look like she got work done. Let me see.
Oh yeah, dude, she just got it done. You can tell because now every picture.
But I don't mean that in a good way. Like she don't even. I don't know. Let me. You know what? Erica Banks. Google.
Because she just got it.
You talking about the club? Don't nobody even play your music in the club. What are you talking
about? Listen. They be worrying about the wrong stuff.
Let me see. What's she looking like?
I know that's right, Karima. She said they're gonna listen to her song, but her skin like this whole epidemic with this BBL. I just can't. Like, I can't take it. It's like now you somebody else. Really? Now you forgot. You don't want to delete all your old pictures. Oh, okay. This is crazy. I don't know. But now, yeah, you can tell she got it done because now
Yeah, I
every
guess. Yeah, I can
time,
see now.
yeah, she showing her a video of her walking, her butt, like everything is now all about her butt.
But her old pictures, no. If you pull up them old pictures, nah, she mid.
Absolutely. That's why people was getting on her like, if you got some nerve.
That's why I was like, I seen her. She mid. Like she ain't.
Mhm.
But okay, then I'm seeing the new pictures. Like, oh yeah, she did.
She
Okay,
feeling herself now.
you know how that go.
Child.
See see, and folks be getting messed up because they see them new bodies and all that and get changed, and then they have kids and their kids look funny, and you can't understand why your kids looking funny. Okay,
She fooled you, my boy. She fooled you.
gotta do.
It's crazy because I'm in this group and this girl is like really depressed and upset that she got a tummy tuck done. And she was like, please don't think about getting a tummy tuck. Don't think that it will solve your problems. She said the weight gain post-op literally makes me look disformed and distorted. Because you can't just go get no tummy tuck and not work out and eat right.
Yo, I seen a lady with a tummy tuck, and and her stomach looks so tight now because she kind of putting on a little weight or whatever. And that in that midsection, her stomach is so tight, like she ain't got no belly button. It's so tight. Yeah, BDLs next up.
Brace so dumb.
What's a BDL?
Brazilian dick lift. You asked. So. Oh my God. Listen. Okay, so those are our trending topics, and we're gonna bring on our lovely panel. Yes. I do not have intros for anybody other than two people, so I'm gonna let Adrian introduce the people that he knows. I don't know. One of them is not here, he's gonna be late, so I'll introduce my friend Juan. I'll start with Juan. Why not? Because he's my friend. Y'all, first of all, y'all are gonna be in for a treat because we're gonna first of all, I was excited that the women had a lot of questions.
A lot.
A lot. But ladies, if y'all gonna ask these goddamn questions, y'all better listen. Don't be just asking questions just to ask them. Because we know how that goes.
They don't want the answers.
I know. But I'm going to introduce Juan Riggins, my friend. We from the same hometown, Bristol, Pennsylvania. Juan is the owner of Rigg's Home Improvements, LLC. Rigg's Home Improvement specializes in anything from building your dream home to renovating your existing home into your forever home. Riggins Home Improvements prides itself on making sure the customer is satisfied from the signing of the contract to the completion of the project. Juan is an amazing man, amazing father, amazing friend. I cannot wait to hear his perspective on relationships, the dating in the current dating pool. I'm excited to have him on the panel. I will bring Juan on now, and Adrian, you can introduce whoever you want to introduce next. Hey, Juan.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
Nice to meet y'all. Adrian, nice to see you. Nice to see you, Drena.
Yeah,
Nice
man, that's what's up. Nice to have you, man.
Who you got? Adrian?
Who we got in there?
We got Ray. We have. Hold on, I got to scroll down. Jay Tut.
All right. Yep. I'll start off with my man's Ray. Oh man, Ray don't need no introductions. Ray is a friend to the show. Ray has been on, I think, 2 other times. You know what I'm saying? Ray always brings good perspectives. He is my frat brother. You know what I'm saying? Come on in, good brother. Ray.
Lord. Damn Ray.
Oh man. And so my boy Tut, his name is Tut, not Hut. Just so you know, he pointed it out to me. I ain't even catch that. But Tut has been on the show before, man. I'll give y'all a little perspective about Tut, man. I met Tut when I moved to the DC area. And Tut took me in, man. He made me a part of the family, hung out with him, and we've been rocking ever since. So I've been rocking with him for about 11 years now. My boy Tut, hey, he gonna bring that drama for sure. Hey, man, come on in here, Tut.
Oh Lord, don't start y'all shit. No, start all the shit. All of it. All of it.
Cheers, everybody.
Welcome,
Oh,
welcome.
Ray. I remember that dude, Ray.
Oh God, this is about to be insane.
Huntsville, Alabama, baby.
Oh Lord, y'all pray for me. Drena, we're gonna need some prayer.
It's gonna be
All right,
good.
y'all. It's gonna be really good. So I'm gonna be asking the questions tonight since Adrian got to ask the ladies last week. It's so many questions. I've had women sending me questions they want me to ask y'all. I already had some questions, but I'm gonna start with an icebreaker. I think this is very important because I don't think women understand really what men are looking for or what's important to men when they're looking for a woman. So I want to start with this particular question, and I want all of y'all to answer in the order of importance to you when choosing a woman for a serious relationship, from most important to least important. I want y'all to tell me which your list looks like from these 8 topics: looks, personality, background, income, education, habits, hobbies, relationship history, and number of kids / baby daddy. Most important to least important.
You want us to actually rank them?
Yeah, for you. When you're looking for a serious relationship?
My bad. I didn't know it's gonna be a quiz. Hold on, let me get a pen.
Start your shit, Bray. Because last week we had a conversation with the women, and I believe Adrian tried to express to them what is not so important to men, and I don't think they really agreed.
Somebody's giving like feedback.
Yeah, is somebody playing it on something else? Okay, I think it went away. Did it go away? No. Or somebody might need to put headphones on.
All right.
So who want to go first?
So
I
think I'll go because I kind of feel like this is in the exact order that I would choose them in.
Is it?
Seriously, like I'm looking at it, and yeah, this is the exact order that I would choose it in.
Wow. I typed it up, I guess, unintentionally that way.
If you'd like me to explain why, I have no issue with that. Well, so anybody that tells you that looks aren't important, I kind of feel like they're bullshitting. Like, I got to wake up every day and look at you like you should at least be aesthetically pleasing. Like, nobody intentionally buys a car that they don't like the way that it looks, right? Like, you don't buy a house if you don't like the way that it looks. Like, we are visual people, visual creatures. So I want to be attracted to my partner. So that's why I would say that looks. I don't necessarily agree with the like the body weight and all of that. Like, because that.
Hold on 1 second, Ray. Somebody's gonna have to put headphones on or something because it's bad. Like that feedback is bad. I don't know who I don't know which one it is.
What you say? What is it again? What's wrong?
Like we can hear an echo when somebody's talking. Hold on.
Try it again. Yeah, still here. Let's see.
Testing. 1, 2.
Is
it me?
1, 2.
Testing.
Make sure it ain't me.
I hope it ain't one of y'all.
Cause my headphones.
I put my headphones in.
Yeah, I got my headphones in too.
Hold on.
Can everybody mute real quick? See if that helps.
Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yep, you good, Adrian. No feedback for me. We sweet.
Testing.
DD?
1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh shit, I wasn't even muted. My
You
bad.
good?
I didn't mute.
All good. So we it was Tut. We got the culprit.
You good now, Tut?
Yep, I think we sweet.
Is he talk? We
You
Oh,
talking
you're
to
on
us,
mute,
Tut?
We can't hear you.
Something's wrong with this. I think he might have to
Yeah,
go
we
out.
can't
and come
hear
back.
you. Still
Nothing.
can't hear you. Nah. No, we can't hear you. All right.
He gonna come back in?
Yeah, he
Oh,
said he was
good.
gonna get off and come back in.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Ray.
All right.
Yeah, so personality would keep me engaged, right? And like if you can't keep me engaged in conversation, then that would be a deal breaker too. I think background for me, and part of the reason why I only date people that look like me is because that family piece of it is important. Like I don't like to be the eyeball out at family functions and shit. So like I experienced that when I lived in Miami, and so I realized that dating others wasn't really for me. Income is important, not maybe for the reason that people think, but like I don't really need her bread, but I want her to know what it's like to have it. I don't want to be nobody's meal ticket for real. Like we can build together, and I don't mind taking care of shit, but I also don't want to be the one to expose or introduce you to a lifestyle that I'm used to living. Right? Like I know people marry up sometimes, but for me, like I just need you to act like you've been there before. So I think it's cool when a woman has her own and knows what that life looks like. Education, I think that's kind of a toss up, whether we're talking about formal education or just life education. I think it's important, because I'm a continual learner, and I think everyone should be. I'm not saying degrees or anything like that. Whether you have one or not, I think sometimes it could speak to your experiences, but doesn't always. I've met women that have degrees that I thought were airheads, and I've met women without that I thought were very intelligent. So not formal education, but just being a student of life, I guess. Habits and hobbies, like us having similar interests, would be important. I like to hang out with my lady. I don't necessarily always want to do things that we don't enjoy together. So that's important. Relationship history doesn't really matter to me, man. Like we're all products of our experiences, right? And so however we got to this point, if we're in a relationship now, like you have done something to pique my interest and to get me here. So that's really low on my list. And then number of kids, baby daddies, I put that last because I think that really depends on the woman, right? Like I've only dated a woman with kids once, and it just wasn't for me. It wasn't the number of kids she had. She only had one, but I just realized that like it just wasn't something that I wanted for myself, just because of how involved I get involved I could get in the kid's life, and I didn't see myself for her long term. So.
Well, that seems like that should be higher up on your list then. If that's like a disqualifier.
It's not a disqualifier. I think I've only experienced it once. So I'm just saying in that particular situation, I think that woman having a kid just wasn't for me because I didn't really want to be with her.
Oh, okay. Okay, Juan, what's your list looking like?
I have one on here that you didn't have on here. First and foremost is honesty. I really appreciate
that goes to background, morals, values, and family.
Yeah. Okay. And then I have personality second. Then income, habits, education, then the values, relationship history, and number of kids and baby daddies last.
Where did looks come in?
I've looked at 5. I don't know if I said it or not yet. I mean, I don't even really worry about looks. Like, As long as the personality is great and me and her vibe, cool with that.
That's wild to me, bro. That's
Mhm.
wild.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, she can't look like Grace Jones or nothing like that.
Hey man, all right.
They really don't.
Come on, one. Don't stop playing, one. Let them know the business. Stop playing. Don't do
No,
that.
I mean, I'm
No,
serious. Like,
I know this to be true.
Oh man, dang, did it?
Hey, you know, she keeping it real.
What happened
Yeah.
to Jay Tuttle? I want to bring him back on, but I don't see his video. I don't see his face on the screen, so I don't want to put him
He
back
said
in.
he backstage.
I don't see his face though. Look, I'll put him in, but I don't see him.
Oh. Tut, join in.
You gotta turn his camera on.
Yeah, cut your camera on. While he getting his stuff situated. All right, I'm gonna go. Bam. So this was extremely hard for me to rank. You know what I'm saying? I'm lying. It was easy. Okay, number one, right? One, I don't know what you talking about, but number one is them good old looks.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
a
you,
visual
brother.
person. I'm looking at you. I gotta be attracted to you. First off, foremost. Number two, personality. Three, background. Then this way it all switch up. So then the next one after three, I have hobbies, you know, habits, hobbies. We got to be able to kick and get along. You need to be my friend, all that. Then next, the number of baby daddies is important too. I don't know what you're talking about, Ray. So I'm coming for you on that one. That's important. And then 7, relationship history is a little important. So yeah, you can't be out here slinging that thing to everybody. You feel me? Then number 5, education. You know, you can't be no dummy, but it ain't that important to me. And then 4 is income. I don't need your bread.
I know that's cool. Okay, big baller, big baller.
So I got a question, Adrian, just real quick while we wait on Ted to come back in. So like, what's the limit? Like number of kids and baby daddies. So maybe because I've never really experienced it, that's why it was low on my list. Because yeah, that's just never been my experience. Not necessarily by choice, but
so I have a 2 minimum. I'm a 2 max for me.
Okay.
Me personally, I was not. You know, you had 2 baby daddies. You pushing it. Now because if you had 2 or 3 kids, but you had them by one person, that's fine. But if you got more than one baby daddy, you pushing it. I'm like, you pushing it for me.
Yeah,
that's just me.
Does the ages of the children matter? It's like, so like if she had a 2-year-old
we up there now,
and a 4-year-old by 2 different men, or she had a, I don't know, like me, I got a 25-year-old and a 12-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Does the age gap matter when it comes to baby daddies?
No, I think, well, you got to think now, you know what I'm saying? Looking at a perspective of the age that we are now. If you had somebody under 5 years old, it's a no-go. It's a no-go. Like, nah, it's a no-go. No, because that means, because I'm old. So, and I know what it's like with these babies in the crib. Anybody under 5, it's a wrap. Like, nah. Can't even do it. Holler at me in about 3-4 years, boo.
I also probably wouldn't date her if she referred to those men as baby daddies. It's just not a term that I like or that I ever used. So if she referred to her exes as baby daddy, I mean, I know some women that do it like being funny and do it in jest, right? Like with their partners and their husbands or whatever. That's cool. I think that's funny. But like, my baby dad, like, I don't like that.
But some women refer to their kids' fathers as baby daddies because they don't do nothing. To be honest, like they're not fathers.
Right. So what you feel about that, Ray?
I mean, that's a totally different conversation. And I also don't have any of those type of men in my circle. So I just don't have experience with it.
I'm saying what a woman that you would be, you know, engaging in a relationship with, referring her, you know, kid's father as baby daddy just because he's not in the child life and he's not playing his part.
Yeah, I just think the term is tacky and it has a negative connotation, right? Like, so I we don't hear white women that are single refer to their exes as baby daddies or anything like that. I think it's just the connotation that comes along with it. Also, if your child's father is not taking care of shit, I probably wouldn't get into that relationship because you're gonna expect me to do it, right? And that's not my place yet, unless we choose to be together like for real. So if I'm just dating somebody whose kid's father is not in their life, that sounds like another bill, and I got enough of those.
Well, if you're dating somebody seriously, it should be another bill because that's
Package
what
deal.
you're going into. Yes, it's a package
That's
deal.
what I just said. I said unless we choose to be together seriously.
Well, that's what the question is: to date in a relationship when you're vetting a woman
this is a
for a
relationship.
serious
My bad.
relationship.
I thought it was when we were starting dating. My bad. I got you.
Mm-mm.
I'm caught up now.
What the heck did Tuck go? He just okay.
He said he was restarting because maybe he feel like he need to restart, so he'll be back.
And tell him can we get some light because we can't see his face.
Gotcha.
I hate the term baby daddy too. I hate it. I hate when people be like, "That's your baby daddy." Ugh, I hate it.
I'd be like, no,
Who
that's
that
my
is?
son's dad. That is my
Who that
son's
is?
dad.
That's my girl's
Who that
dad.
is?
Hey,
That's just my baby daddy.
So you ready to give us your list?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Not that we can see you, but sure.
You gotta let me. I'm not. You can see me.
Your lighting is terrible.
Oh my God! Really? So you can't. You
Tut,
tell me-
just go, Tut.
We
can
see the
see
Nike
you.
sign on your shirt.
Okay. All right. Cool. Oh man, list. I think that list is pretty accurate. You know what I'm saying? It's just all in really, man. What you're looking for, in a woman, and like I said, what you.
Nuh-uh. This is about you. It ain't about nobody else. We asking you for your list.
I just said I like the order, the chronological order.
That's it.
I'm in agreement.
That's
with
your
it.
list.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I mean, that's a good list. I think you really crafted that list for guys. So I think you were on our side with that one.
I just typed it up.
Okay. Oh, you just typed it up. Okay.
All right, we're gonna go to the next topic then. And this topic actually comes with a video. And Tut, you got us echoing again.
You gotta be kidding me. There's no way you should be echoing. I'm the single point of.
Okay, it seemed like you better. Well, I thought so.
You don't
Are
have
you playing?
headphones?
I do.
Are you playing it on your phone?
No, I'm on my iPad.
Let's see if the headphones change it.
All right, what about now?
There you go.
We can hear you better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
I don't hear no no echo. There you go.
That was it.
Good money.
All right, cool.
Okay, so
Can you see me?
well,
Enough.
Okay.
for replay purposes, for clipping, no. I'm not gonna if you say something I really like, they ain't gonna be able to see who's saying it. But so this question comes with a video I'm gonna play in a minute. But fellas, does women's value, you can take that word however you want to take it and put whatever meaning you want behind it, does it increase or decrease as they get older, and why? Do y'all want me to play the video first, or y'all want to answer first?
It's up to you. It's your show. You tell me.
Y'all want to answer? I don't want y'all to get the cheat code.
Oh, so the video answers the question. Cool. Well, I can answer it. I think everyone's value has a sort of like bell effect, right? Like ain't nobody shit in their 20s for real, right? Like, and then as you start to learn yourself and get some money and get into your career and you start to do things, like then your value starts to increase, and then as you get into later in life, like the old niggas this 50 in the club still trying to put that value decreases. So I think it's the same for men and women. I think your value is probably the highest, probably from 27 to 45.
So I think women's value is the highest typically when you look at it from the standpoint across the board. There are anomalies, but I would say 22 to 35 is typically the woman's peak. And since you just threw a man's value in there, I think a man's value is more of 30 to 45, 50.
So what are we basing the value on is the question.
So basing the value on what men like and what women like. So women typically have their best assets, attributes, whatever you want to call them, definitely in their 20s, into their 30s, right? So the looks that we all looking for. Once again, you coming at me. I don't care about your money. So that piece of it don't matter to me. I'm talking straight looks, that body, personality, all that type of stuff, right? That's typically the best in that time frame. And for men, typically the money, their value goes up as they start to know themselves, grow into themselves, and make more money, which typically we know goes into your 30s on average. And then you really start making your money in your 40s as a man. So, and that's what
you ever had a
want.
conversation with a 22-year-old, bro?
Bro, but I'm a grown man. But I'm a grown man.
I know. I'm saying like I'm sorry. Like that's why I like, especially like today's 22-year-olds.
But then at the same time, I look at it like, okay, if I was 30, you know what? I can't use me because I just ain't never really been into young girls like that. So,
me either. I've been dating old bitches for a long time.
but I can
Right?
I can see a 30-year-old in a 22, 23-year-old. Like that makes sense to me. A 30-year-old man. And if I was a female and I was 22, 23, I would definitely be looking at a 30, 31-year-old man. That's just me personally. If I was a 22, 23, 24-year-old female, I'd be looking for a man that was 30, 31.
Most of them are.
Yeah, I mean, because 22-year-old, the average 22-year-old guy don't have much and don't have, don't have enough to take care of himself, let alone somebody else. So I probably wouldn't date a 22-year-old me either.
Juan, what do you think?
I feel as though the value of the woman goes up the older they get, because if you're with them and you've been with them for a long time, you have to keep the relationship spontaneous and keeping it, great. Like, it's not that, I've been with her for 4 years or 20 years and I don't even want her no more. You have to make it keep going. So,
but when you're out dating, because I know a lot of times people talking about they're looking at like the sexual marketplace value of a woman, the birthing years, like being able to provide a baby for a man, all that stuff. They're saying that women are more valuable in their 20s than they are when they get older.
I don't want no more kids. All my kids are grown, so I'm cool.
Well, yeah, I know y'all talking from y'all age standpoint. We're talking about like in general for like the overall dating realm in the world. Like, do men as a whole value younger women or older women?
I think they value younger women. It's more exciting, I guess, if you want to say that. But
apparently, the STD rates went up.
If this was like, where life was about childbearing years and all of that, I just wanted somebody to pump out as many kids as possible, then yeah, maybe a younger woman would be on my radar, but that's not what interests me. Like, kids are not something that I want any more of. So, having a young babe that really doesn't hold my attention or anything, that's not where I'm at.
And I think
it's the same 40.
40 still 40.
They gonna let you do that, Karima. It's still 40.
I think Kevin Samuels is the culprit behind this whole thing. But I'm gonna play this video so y'all can understand why I even brought this topic up. Give me a second. Give me 1 second.
What if
That don't mean shit. I don't care how popular you are, how good you look. Looks don't necessarily do it all for me. Like I need to see you as a whole entire package.
Typically, when you get older, mileage has increased. Kids have increased. Your weight has increased. So you kind of fell out of your prime a bit. When you were in your prime, you were targeting toxicity. And we're not talking about you. We're talking about the average woman. So most women, when they get older, they'll start realizing, okay, this toxic dude that I've been chasing forever is not good for me. Like, I done experienced it. He's cheating all around, you know what I'm saying? He's making me feel like nothing and all this. You know what? I'm going to go try to pursue the man that's actually good for me. But by that time, you done had a kid with this toxic man. Or you done, been stressed out to where you done gained weight. So you're not in your prime no more. And that's typically how it goes. So now you are doing the good man a disservice because they're not getting you at your prime. They're getting you on the clearance rack. And that's what I feel like the problem is.
I understand the sentiment. I just don't necessarily agree, right? I don't think, and I was lucky enough to find someone in her 30s with no children. So that was a plus, but I don't necessarily think that a woman having children diminishes her value. I think that a lot of times, like, men sort of have this old school patriarchal, like.
Daniel, what the fuck are you talking? Listen, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like women being deflowered and mileage on women, like, okay, cool. Like, if that's male ego, and I'll just kind of leave it at that. Because if we're talking about mileage on the box, right? Like, even if she was with one nigga and had sex 1,000 times, or had sex with 1,000 niggas, like, that mileage on the pussy's the same. Like, you might not like that.
I don't know about that. I don't agree with that.
Okay, we're not talking about dick sizes and all of that. Like,
no, I'm talking about DNA and energy and skin cells, and that's a lot of that's a difference.
I'm just talking about wearing it out. That's all I'm talking about. It has the same amount of wear and tear on it, whether it was done by one guy or a bunch of guys.
So you okay with being wifed up with a chick that been with 30 dudes?
I'm not talking about me. I'm
asking you. You out here throwing out theoreticals. We want to know from Ray. So Ray.
So let me just answer. I'll answer you like this. I have not and will not ever ask anybody how many people they slept with. Right. I don't care. I don't want to know.
They're gonna lie anyway.
It's just
okay.
It's just not,
let me reframe this in another way, right?
Yeah.
So say that she's been around the block. She done spun it a few times. Could you make her your girl?
Possibly, maybe. I feel like I've been with a couple hoes before. Like,
no,
you could have possibly, but if you knew, this ain't possibly. She done spent the block.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of feel like I done got a couple of like hoes in reform, right? Like by the time they get to you end up going to them, right? And then by the time they get to you, like, now they want to wait. Wait until y'all in a relationship and shit. So you heard how good it was, and so you end up farther along than you wanted to with this particular person. The short answer is, would I do it on purpose? Probably not. And that's just because I know I'm an egomaniac. But I don't necessarily mean that she's not good for someone else.
So Didi, the point is, what he just said was no, he wouldn't do it. Okay, that's what I don't think any of us up here would.
Can I ask a question? Is 30 a big number now, like these days?
So a woman that slept with 30 men that's a low number? Right?
My nigga, that's so okay. Let's just say that she started having sex when she was 20, right? If she's 30 and averaging 3 a year, that's 30 niggas. Like, that's which is possible.
But is that okay with you?
Damn.
Yeah, I'm just.
3 a year? 3 in a year? 3 every year? Oh God, that's a lot.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
3 a year?
That's.
I'm old school, so maybe I don't know what y'all do now. That's a lot to me.
I feel like 3 a year is very modest numbers.
For a woman?
What you think?
You don't know the game a long time.
You don't know what kind of women that I.
Could you knowingly boo up a chick?
Look, she's like, this woman right here, she said, that's not a low number, that's some miles.
Yeah.
Oh my heavens.
I've been fucking a long time and I ain't got to 30.
Right. I'm like, God damn.
So you saying within every 3.5 months she's sleeping with another guy, a different guy?
I did read somewhere that is like an average. Like I don't know what age group it was based on, but like 3 per year.
So a lot of women like are having sex outside of relationships, right? Like they're dating guys and you know, they might not have sex with a guy on the first date, but by that third or fourth date, she's probably sleeping with him, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that she's in a relationship. I'm gonna shut up because I feel like my experiences are different.
So you quiet over there.
I think the edible kicked in, man. I'm just listening to all this stuff, man. When Ray said 30, then when the lady, old school ladies talking about they ain't got the 30 yet, I was like, okay. Cause you got to think about it like you just say a woman meets a dude January, they kick it at like March, or maybe they stop talking in February. Boom, she meet another dude. So that three times a year can happen unless one of them relationships or situationships kind of stretch itself out. Then you got also y'all go out of town, y'all like to cut up. So I mean you can't not count those either. So I don't know if y'all leave them out or what. But
she need to be a little bit more intentional. God damn.
But you just don't know.
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
You don't have to sleep with every man that you date.
Well, what about
I think
empowerment and liberation and equal rights and all of that shit?
I don't got nothing to do with them hoes. I need my man. I want my man. And I ain't got time for that shit. So I don't know about them hoes.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, so y'all in agreement. Y'all say y'all okay with a woman that done slept with 30 men. And y'all okay with booing them up. Y'all are making
Adrian trying to get that answer.
I'm getting his answer.
So again, I wouldn't ask that question, right?
Just stop, Ray. Stop. I said ignore it. If you know, would you do it? If you knew that she slept with 30 women, would you make her
30 men? 30 men.
30 women? Yes, I would absolutely make her.
You see how easy you answer that question? So if she had been with 30 men, would you make her your girl? Simple question, yes or no? If you knew.
Yes, that's Adrian, nasty. I would.
Hell out of here.
You girl. I'm sorry. That's a lot.
I don't, you know what?
I don't know about that. That's
women winning right now, because boy, you making their day. I'm telling you that right now. Y'all making.
Daniel, what are you talking about? It's less about the number of dudes and more about obligation. What? Obligations to what? She fucking. What are we talking about, Daniel? Was she obligated to put the penis in her? That's the question.
Okay. So Juan,
what the hell you talking about?
You on that tip too, Juan? So,
no, I am not on that tip. No. Because if she slept with 30 men, while she with me, she would be, she could have the opportunity to be with other men, like, because that's what she used to.
Yeah, that's an addiction or something. That's not normal.
It's not.
So I guess I don't know what normal is.
Wait a minute. What did he say? He said 30 men is better than 5 baby daddies.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
She
right. Raphael.
Yeah, like I was saying, like, do I know 30 dudes that I could have slept with? Like, that's crazy.
Man.
I don't know if is 30 dudes better than 5 baby daddies?
Adrian,
it's 30 dudes.
First of all, if she got 5 baby daddies, best believe she fucked more than 30
She
dudes.
done fucked 30 niggas.
Yeah, off top. Or she just she just the most unluckiest woman to ever live. Cause let me tell you, but nah, 30 is better than 5 babies. Yeah.
He said 5 guys in my business all the freaking time. No.
Yeah, 5 no, we ain't doing that.
Nah, that's just
Yeah, that's extra.
Okay. All right, we're gonna move to the next topic because we was on that.
They was beating around the bush. They didn't want to say what they wanted to say.
But I think the consensus on the panel was women, for you guys, women's value increases with age.
I didn't say that. That's what they said. Okay.
That's right, Adrian. You said you gave the actual window
mm-hmm.
for when women were more valuable and when men were more valuable. So, okay.
I don't
He
think
said 5
value is
baby
subjective,
daddies
but
equals hell no.
That's rough, man. That's rough.
Oh God, that's a lot. That's a lot. That there is a lot. All right. So this question we asked the women last week, and I promised that we would ask y'all the same question. So, if for some reason you are unable to have sex anymore, would you be okay with your woman having sex outside the relationship?
No.
So you saying if my piece don't work anymore,
right?
And I mean, for real, that'd be fucked up though, man. Like I think I would have to go and let her ride, let her fly, because that just ain't right, man. That ain't right, man. Like my piece don't work. All I'm really doing is paying for shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be like. I'd rather just let her fly because I don't want to be going out to the spots. And mother's over there giggling and laughing at me and shit. I don't know why.
Thank you. See, Adrian, last week when the lady said that, they was like, "Oh, y'all selfish. Okay.
That ain't man. You can't deprive them. You gotta let people go, man. If your shit ain't right, man. You know, what I mean, you gotta let them go, man. Let them enjoy themselves.
I kind of feel like if ladies out here that can keep a dick in between their legs all the time, then I can go grab a fake one to strap on too, so I can keep hell no. Hell no. If a dyke can keep her shit on all the time and pull that motherfucker out, I can too. Nope, you with me forever.
Oh my God!
You gonna put it at though, bro? But where you gonna put it at though?
I don't know where they put it.
Well, if it don't work,
nigga,
one on the left, one on the left side, one on the right
side. Oh, that is hilarious. Daniel, we need fuck that oral game. We need some penis now. Come on.
Nothing like the real thing.
Yeah, we need that. We need that. What'd you say, Juan? Would you let her go outside the relationship?
I would. I mean, what is it? Are we married or are we just dating? That's one thing.
It just says your woman. However you describe your woman.
If we marry,
y'all together, y'all in a relationship.
If we marry, no. If we just boyfriend and girlfriend messing around, like she can go ahead.
Even if you in a serious relationship, you just gonna let her go.
I mean, to me, serious relationship equals trying to marry. That's the the end game.
Right. But maybe you haven't gotten there yet. And
I would let her go.
I'm going to London to get that BBL.
See, because last week the women got so much backlash. They got so much backlash. And was like, y'all selfish. Y'all should let y'all man go do what he need to do. He coming back. Like, and we was like, we got other holes though. Y'all only got one penis.
True.
We got options.
That's real.
Oh man, that's funny. That was that. Well, okay.
That was intense.
Okay, so this next question was also asked to the ladies, and I said we were going to bring it up here as well. So whose fault is it that relationships and marriages are becoming less likely to happen? Men or women?
It's the woman's fault.
I agree.
It's definitely women's fault.
Y'all care to elaborate why it's women's fault?
Women control the dating scene. You guys control what is necessary to be with you or not, right? She who has the pussy makes the rules. And
hold on, say that again. Let me put that in my notes.
No, seriously, like if every woman in the country said that, like, I had to go and get a doctorate degree before I could have sex with her, every man would go and get a doctorate degree. Like, y'all control what we want, right? So we.
Ray, you got a naked man walking in the background of your. Hold on, Ray, you got somebody naked, y'all?
No. That's my girl's brother. He's not naked though.
Like, yo, man. Lord.
Yeah, wow, yeah, wow. Wow, bro.
All the credentials out the window, man. Everything that man
Right.
said, man, don't exist no more.
He got his shirt on.
Sit your ass down.
His shirt just the same color as him. He good.
Oh man! All right, sorry. Back to what you were saying.
Oh, she said, "Who's that naked?" Okay. Nah, yeah, naked.
She said lies.
Y'all crazy.
Whatever you were saying, she said you was telling lies, right?
I forgot what we was talking about.
Right, me too.
You said women control
the dating scene.
Yeah.
The dating scene.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, so I think that you guys have tainted the dating pool in a number of ways. One, with some women not necessarily requiring much to be with them or to have sex with them, right? So that lowers the standard of what men feel like they have to do. And then also going out with guys that y'all don't like. You know, like dating is fucking expensive. So you out to dinner just to get a meal and then don't want to see him no more. You know, like you kind of have an idea if you like him or not before you go. But I know a number of women, I know a number of women that will go out with a guy just so that he'll spend some money on him. And I think that kind of fucks the dating pool up a little bit too.
What say you, Tut?
Man. I think I'm gonna say it's gonna go both ways. Like I said, the man could have some things he's dealing with that he's not ready to, lock in, or he might be nervous or scared, or might not have the financial means to move forward. And then a woman could have.
This shit's fucked up, yo.
You can't hear me?
Bad. It's just bad. When you start talking, it's horrible.
What about now? Still bad?
Keep talking.
Okay. So when it comes to a woman, she may have been dealing with maybe some past traumas or things like that, which will probably influence her to not want to move forward, which will create that negative energy where she can just take care of everything on her own and she don't need a man. So then that would put her at fault. But it's not really her fault. It may be just some of the experiences that she's dealt with, which, she brings that into each other situation that she comes into, and it may or may not be conducive to any positive, anything positive with it. So, any positive outcomes per se.
Listen, let me say something real quick. I want y'all to talk on here like y'all talk with y'all homeboys at the house. Don't come on here with this goddamn politically correct bullshit. I want y'all to let these ladies know for real what y'all think,
So
what y'all be talking about, because we need the raw, uncut, unfiltered.
all right, so
I didn't get a chance to go.
I think that I was gonna go, but you can go.
It's all right. No. I feel as though women don't know, women want to be the men these days. They don't know how to be submissive and play their role. That's the whole problem. That's why marriages don't ever last. And I say that because, you know, women, I raise my kids by myself. I make my own money. You know, I don't need no man. I hate when women say they don't need no man because they always want, you know, they want them to go in the box. So I feel as though like that's the main reasons why marriages don't work, because they don't know how to get out the way and let the man do what he's supposed to do.
And I'm gonna, because you know that's my platform, right? I love to talk about how women need to let men be men and, you know, be more feminine and be wise, because that's what we were created to do. But I also I'm gonna play devil's advocate today because I got the men on the panel. Because you made a good point where you said that women won't get out of the way and let men lead, right? And most of the time that's because, and I'm not saying that it's not their fault, they didn't choose wisely, but it's a lot of bad options out here. So it's an overwhelming amount of men who aren't good leaders. But
that's real.
They want to lead.
I understand that.
I agree with that.
The thing is, they made that decision. If you don't trust another man to come into your life, to give him another man another chance, like you ain't in that relationship no more. It's supposed to start over and reset when you get with another person. You can't bring the 90s into 2000s. You can't do that.
I agree with that too. I actually, because I can't stand to see somebody letting somebody else suffer for something they didn't do.
Yeah.
But like, hold on. Like men have this overwhelming amount of disdain with women not being peaceful, not being feminine, not knowing their role, not being wise. Women have an overwhelming disdain for men not leading, not being responsible, dropping the ball. So how do we fix that? How do we? Because it's a lot. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
A lot of women don't know how to lead. They stick around and hope it get better. They don't know how to, walk out the door.
So I actually had this conversation recently, and I think there are a couple of things here. It's one of those things like, what came first, the chicken or the egg, right? Like where did we go wrong? Like, was it women who wanted to be men first or start acting like men, or men that weren't acting like men? So I think to your point, Didi, I think it's important to have conversations, right, about what we need, how we like to be led, and what we need to do to be partners, right? Like, I think like traditional gender roles work in certain instances, but there might be situations in which, like, my lady does something better than I do, right? So that might be her thing to do. But I think that, like, we are in a state of not communicating the things that we don't like, and then we just want to get rid of it instead of trying to talk through it and work on it. Yeah. So I think ultimately, man, like, and this is my plea to women everywhere, like, you can't spend your entire day bashing men, right? And then think that you're going to have a good experience with any of them. So, like, if that's the way that you view them, if that's the way that you think of them, if that's the energy that you're putting out into the world, that's what you're going to attract. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even if you've had a bad experience, like, I could deal with 10 bitches, like, and I mean that, like, 10 women that I don't like. I'm not going to say, I would never say, man, fuck all women. Like, that's just not how men operate, right? Like, but women do. And then you guys, like, approach, or when we approach you, you have this wall up, and man, like, I've seen women complain about not meeting men who don't go out, don't go anywhere, and don't let men talk to them when they're out at the grocery stores or whatever. But there are no good men out. Like, so it's just strange to me. Like, and I understand, like, how tired you guys could be, but at some point, like, you got to do something.
Yeah. And we got to stop acting like we're against each other. I think that's the biggest thing. It's like, why are we battling each other? We ultimately both want the same thing. We just, like you said, haven't figured out a way to communicate that to each other.
Right.
And like we literally need each other. We are better together. For some reason, I don't know why women and men have this battle going on. Like we gotta one up each other. We gotta make each other feel a certain way. Like who's supposed to do what first?
It's social media.
Absolutely. But I always stand on what I always stand on is that men are supposed to lead in all things. Yeah. So when men show what value is, women will start making that thing valuable. If I'm twerking all day on the internet and I get a lot of likes and shares, and I'm gonna think that's valuable. It's just what it is. I mean, it sucks that that's what it is, but that's a life we live right now, and then hopefully it'll change eventually. But yes, we definitely need everything for balance. And like you said, men, I just had that conversation today. Men never say, I don't need a woman. You never hear them say that. That never comes out of a man's lips, ever. But for some reason, women always say, I don't need no man. Yes, you do. You just haven't encountered one. Because if you was with a man, a real one, you would understand how much you need him.
No, that's not necessarily true either.
Well, she ain't no real woman.
No, I understand what you're saying, but no, you got some women out here that, buy their so-called man PlayStations to keep him in the house, and so he stay in the house.
That's a little boy.
Then I understand that. Then when they get with a real man, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. They want to tell him what he should be doing, but the other guy, they just feed him video games and stuff like that. But give him their whole paycheck. He dropping her off for work, come home to play the PlayStation, and she cool.
That ain't a real woman though. We talking about real adults here.
No, I'm just saying that there's a lot of women out there like
real
that.
Shit.
There's a lot of women out there like that though.
And just like the topic of on the flyer is a pee in the dating pool. It might be pee in that dating pool, but it's a lot of dating pools out here. If you win the one with pee in it, you might be the one peeing in it, and maybe need to move to a different pool and fix yourself. Because every dating pool don't have pee in it. You just in the wrong one, or you might be the reason why it's pee in it. Because look, you don't have time for no dude playing no PlayStation all day. That ain't even gonna work over here. I'm sorry.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
That's just dumb.
Yeah, I see it all the time.
Yeah, them little boys.
And the 40 or 50-year-old women be, that's the boys they want though.
Oh.
Because them old don't want to do nothing but smash. That's all they want to do. That's why they buy that PlayStation, to keep that nigga right there.
y'all talking about bum bitches. We ain't talking about real
old bitches.
No, bum bitches. Because if you talking about the criteria, I'm an old bitch. But I ain't no bum bitch.
You ain't no
yes, I am. How old do you think I am, Ray?
It don't matter. I'm not talking about you. I ain't gonna...
Oh, I already know I don't fit into the category. I'm just saying we're talking about age. No.
What happened?
Karima, you crazy. Oh my God. Oh jeez. I see some women with boys that stay home and play video. It just ain't no way. No, I'm not doing. I just no. So I had some people send me some questions that they wanted me to ask y'all. So I'm gonna ask some of their questions. I'm gonna ask some of their questions. Okay. This is a sex question. Can a woman be too nasty?
Nah, she can be nasty as a motherfucker.
So
nasty.
I heard her. But
you right? What you was gonna say?
So yes, I think a woman can be too nasty. When she tries to put me out of my own comfort zone. Yeah, like I've had some wild requests, and it's
Enlighten
jarring
us, Ray.
sometimes.
Enlighten us, Ray. What were those requests? We'd like to know.
So one that I could think of right now was a young lady had made a request for 2 men in the same hole, and I just thought that was a little extreme.
See, man, hey, man, I don't know what Ray
That was a little
be hanging
extreme.
with, man. Like
Wait
yo,
a
hey, man,
minute.
I might allow go, man.
That's why y'all asked.
Hey,
I'm
what's
telling
good,
you, that's
man?
why I said
Yo.
yes.
Man. Bro, I ain't
That's-
never
that's-
ain't nobody that try me like that, home.
Yeah, I think I don't think any of us knew you was going that way.
No.
You asked, could a woman be too nasty? And I said yes.
Oh
You
my
saw my
God.
face frown up when you said it. Yes, she can.
All right, that's a bit much.
Yeah, like
that was a lot.
whoa. Yeah, she anyway.
Took us back
Oh
up,
my
buddy.
God.
Wow. Okay, so
That's
now
a
we
lot.
see it. Now we understand his pain. I get it, my boy. I get it.
Yeah, so I used to live in Miami, and the women in that place are a very, very strange and beautiful people, but
He said, "How stretched out is she?" Oh my God.
very apparently, right? Like bro. Like,
oh man, I
like,
wasn't
you know what I'm
expecting
saying?
that
Like,
long.
I watch as much porn as the next guy, right? So like, you know,
I don't watch porn.
and
Me either.
I'm
Not
sorry,
good for
as
you,
much
buddy.
as the next guy, as a, whatever. What I'm saying is, even in all
Yo,
of
man,
that,
yo, Adrian, what's up, listen, man? What you got
I've
me on,
never
man?
even
I'm about to get
seen-
off this joint, man.
I've never seen that before.
For real.
That's
I've never
nasty.
seen that before.
Huh, okay.
That's
yeah.
a different level.
Well,
Okay.
now I gotta agree with Ray because I just didn't think about nothing that nasty. Like, I'm all for the nasty, but then Ray talking, I can't. Nah, I wish a woman would say something. I wish, and we talking about a girl we.
Hey, man.
I wish my girl would say something. Like
Listen,
That's nasty.
she gonna try you. She gonna try you how she gonna try you. If she see that might be something you do, then she gonna try you like that. So you gotta think about it like that. Real, bro. Ain't no woman about to try you like that. If she gonna try you like that, she think you with the shit. So now I gotta second guess my circle. I gotta think I was going on now, man. For real, man. Like this ain't right. This ain't right, man.
She been faking the whole time.
So
It
okay,
is.
so let's back up just a bit. This wasn't somebody I was with. This was.
Now he's trying damage control.
You're trying to backtrack.
I'm not backtracking. Y'all just asked me, can a woman be too nasty? I said yes because this is something that I heard from a woman.
That's too much. Okay, well, I'm gonna ask another question from one of the people that sent me a question. So because it ain't this bad. Golly.
You see this comment, DD?
Which one?
She's
talking about
the
this
only
one?
way a hoe should be that open is
Yeah, absolutely. Dilated. That's it. That's crazy.
all right.
What the hell is scat? I don't want to know, Daniel. Never mind.
No, don't tell us.
I forgot who I'm talking to.
What is that?
I don't know.
I'm about to Google it.
Oh, jeez. Oh, Lord. All right. So here's another question from the viewers. What are, for all of y'all, what is y'all's, do you have a preference when it comes to like weight and size, the weight and size of a woman?
Really? That's the question we get.
Yeah, somebody asked, what's your size preference?
She can't wait more than me.
I'm a TNA. I'm a TNA guy.
Hold on. Scat is, ew, Daniel, yuck.
Y'all boys wild, man. There's some wild people in this world, man.
Get here.
This internet is wild, man.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
So, that.
Lord have mercy. Hey, he got you, dog. He got you. You good now, bro.
Yeah. So
That is
there's
so
this clip.
nasty.
There's this clip in this movie called Movie 43 where they talk about that. The most random movie I've ever seen in my life, but please go watch it. Yeah, go ahead. Slim and long is fine.
I thought he
Dick is
was.
fine, but not-
You mean
He said
thick is
dick. I was
fine?
like,
Dick
what?
is
You
fine.
mean thick? Yeah, he meant thick. He
Oh.
meant thick.
Yo, man, you gonna be shutting us a drink, man. Something ain't right, man. Real. What is hell no? Adrian, man, I gotta holler at you after this.
Oh my God, y'all got me sweating. Hold on, shit. I did not expect this.
Me either. I was
Oh
like,
my
wait
God.
a minute.
Okay. I think we all had to double back on that one and look and see what was going
that's
on.
funny.
Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way.
Oh my God. All right, y'all.
Oh man.
Shit.
Ain't no way.
Oh, hell.
I don't even think we answered the question. We ain't even answered the question yet.
No.
What is your size weight preference? Mine? You know, you definitely can't. You can't. I've never dated someone that weighed more than me, so I don't think I ever have. You can't weigh more than me, and it was getting close because, you know, especially in them bodybuilding days, I was slim, so I was like in them $160. So but yeah, man, that slim and what? That boy there. I mean, I'm gonna say it like this. I don't know how dick gets switched. Thick gets switched.
He was talk texting.
Okay, because I don't know. Okay, because I'm like, I don't know how the autocorrect gonna put.
Shut up, Adrian.
Cause that mean you be saying dick a lot. Like,
oh my God.
Siri does remember what you say a lot.
Right.
Oh my God.
She
Maybe he was
recognized
saying,
your voice.
let me bring you this dick. He been saying, let me bring you this dick, girl.
A shady place. I hope that's what you be saying. Cause
oh, he do. I know him. He definitely did. No, he good.
Hey, but it was good for the show, my brother. Thank you.
Oh my God. So, cause I know, what did he say? I don't use that.
Right.
For my accent.
That's a struggle.
I know it's a lot of men who always say something about like size and weight and all that. And this is a female who asked this question, so.
So I don't have a weight preference because I know some like tall women that are athletic and built and like close to 200 pounds, right? So like I don't think it's a weight preference. I think it's just an aesthetic for me. Like I like women that are well kept, you know, does she look nice when she puts clothes on? Does she take care of herself? Like those sorts of things. So I don't think there's I've never said like, oh, she has to fall between this weight range. I don't think I've ever done that.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. One.
You just can't weigh more than me. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
What's that? I'm just curious because both of y'all said that if she weighs more than you, what does that mean?
Hey man, it start getting a little harder to pick her up. It start getting a little harder. I'm getting older, baby.
Hey, Adrian, you bench press more than double your weight, bro. So like what?
Hey, I get
trying
that.
To work out,
bro. This back getting old now, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, the back getting old now, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing that it's a difference from laying on your back and pushing, and it's a difference than scooping them up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh my God. All right, y'all. We're gonna go to another topic, okay? Let's see. Lord, I got so many questions on here. Shit. Okay. Why do men put so much value in superficial things from women early on, and then they get mad when that's not where women place their value.
What?
So for instance, like from the age of like 15 to like 30, for men, like they looking for a girl to be cute, nice body, whatever. Like they don't have a lot of requirements. Like you don't have to. Adrian, let me finish my statement. You're not requesting like a lot of other things outside of that. They don't have to like have wifely qualities. They don't have to be feminine. They don't have to be anything. Just cute and and fuckable. But then at like 30, when y'all ready to like settle down, look for a wife, then you require other things from them. But at that point, women think all I bring to the table is the V. That's all I got. This is what I bring to the table. This is all you been wanting for this long. Why should I change it now? So why do y'all put so much value on that stuff? And then now y'all like, ain't no good women out here. Ain't no wives. Y'all don't want to be wives. Y'all don't want to do this. Y'all don't want to do that. What's up with
that? The short answer is I'm looking for much different things when I'm young than I am now, right? So like the stuff that I'm looking for. How old did you say when I'm 16? What you say?
I said from like 15 to 30, men are like just having fun. They just having like they make women feel like all I have to give you is sex and I'm valuable.
I wouldn't say valuable. I think that a lot of men in their 20s, you know what I'm saying? In your 20s, men are still trying to figure themselves out. So they don't even know what they really want at that time, but they know they want that box. So some women definitely get away with it because that's why men keep them around, because it's like, oh, that box good. That's what I really want. Until a man really gets to understanding who he is as a man, he don't know what he wants. And that's why it changes. So women think in their 20s, like, yo, this has kept men, right? I've always been able to keep a man because of my box. Now a man gets in his 30s and he knows who he is now, what he brings to the table, and now that changes. So now it's like, no. So I need some values. I need somebody that's going to be able to raise my kids, right? All of those things, once men learn themselves, all of that change. That's why women need to start locking men down in their 20s, because they don't know shit about themselves. I'm just saying.
I agree. But and so like we just had a conversation like not too long ago about women like not being wives anymore. They're the reason why relationships and marriages aren't working anymore, because they want to be boss bitches or whatever y'all are saying. But for the most part, when you ask a woman what they bring to the table, what do they bring? They overwhelmingly they don't feel like they really got to bring much to the table, or what they bring to the table is not what a man values or what a man wants them to bring to the table. That's not what y'all looking for. But they've never been told that that's what y'all was looking for, because all y'all required was the box.
Well, and I think the issue is because, I mean, especially us, right? 80s, late 70s, 80s, 90s, most of us didn't grow up with that father figure like that, right? So to really understand who you are, when you become a man, you don't. It's like, but you want sex. Like men know they want sex. So that's what they're going for. So you have women that think that, oh, this is what I bring to the table, which is sex, because that's what I've always been able to get a man with. But then, as like I said, a man gets to learn himself, know himself, and grow. He wants more. And women are like, but I'm me. And it's like, but nah. And then so they mad because this dude done spent 4-5 years with her. And then he goes and marry this chick that might not be as cute, right? But she does all those things that he's looking for. Might not be as cute as this girl. Because, we see it all the time. Girl, he with this girl, she ain't even that cute. She cute enough. She might not be cute as you, but guess what? All them things you won't do, she will do. And he know he can trust her to take care of his family.
I also think that we sort of live in a society of replaceable things, right? Like people don't keep cars as long as they used to. They don't keep houses as long as they used to. And so in relationships, we sort of, because we're so conditioned for everything else, like when it's broken, we don't fix it anymore, we replace it. And so that same sentiment, I think carries over into relationships a lot, where people don't really work on shit, we just figure that we can find something else or find something better. And, I think the advent of social media has its pros, but like overall, I think it's done irreparable harm to society as a whole. Just having access to so many people's lives.
Uh-oh, we lost you. We can't hear you.
My bad. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just seeing what other people are doing and constantly comparing, your situation to someone else's, which is just unnatural, right? Like, and so it's so wild. Like, you'll see these happy couples on social media, all of that, and then next week that nigga gone off her page. It was like, but I was so happy, And so just that comparative nature of social media, just I think that adds to relationships not lasting.
I think like this, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I want women to hear what y'all have to say. I want them to understand that what they feel is valuable is not valuable to men. No matter how many times you sleep with a man, how many times you give up the box, it's not going to keep you. It's certain things that you're going to have to, whether you have had that example or not, from your mom or whoever it is, you're going to have to figure this thing out. Men did not have dads to raise them, to show them how to be husbands, but for the most part, they're ready to be husbands. Women didn't have moms to show them how to be wives, and we're still using the excuse that we don't know how to be wives. So it got to be some type of bridging the gap here and figuring out how do we come together as the man and the woman to become a husband and wife instead of being baby mamas and baby daddies, because we figured that part out. We got that down pat. I don't think we need no more assignments on carrying before we marry. I think we figured it out and we fucking got it. Can we figure out how to fix the black families and bring these homes back together and raise these kids together? We don't need no more Nick Cannons. I promise you we don't.
Yeah. One of the other things I wanted to say, Didi, I just wanted to add to a point that relationships are work, right? And like, I think a lot of people don't realize, like, you wake up and choose your partner literally every day, right? And so what are you doing to make your partner choose you in that day, right? Like, was it a compliment, or was it, did you work out today? Did you look good in how you dress? Like, what are you doing, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that your partner chooses you every day? And I think if we looked at it from that perspective, right, of trying to make sure that we're still desirable and not just, resting on our laurels, then we'd be much better off.
Oh, that's a sermon right there. Yeah. Because, like, I think like a lot of black women take their men for granted. He ain't going nowhere. Black men, she ain't going nowhere. We've been doing this for this long. Like, no, they just might. They might leave. Like, we got to figure out how to, like, continue to date each other and stop just dating too. Can we get married? Can we make things official?
Not until both of y'all get them first time home buyer loans. After y'all do that, then y'all can get married. Get 2 houses first, then y'all can get married. Build that wealth.
Yeah, and that's the quickest way to get to wealth, is to bring two people together to get rich quicker. But if we keep sticking with this I don't need a man mentality, we're gonna stick in that whole poverty mentality as well. Let me see. I think I got, let's see. Oh shit. Hold on. We got Chris King is in the building. He late, but I'm gonna bring him on to the podcast. Let me introduce him first, so y'all know who he is. He coming in for late. I got like 2 more topics, so he can jump in on those topics. But let me introduce him first before I bring him on. So we got Chris King. He is the founder of the Gentleman's Course Incorporated, State of Florida president, United for Human Rights Florida. Sorry, I've been drinking, y'all. International investor and natural resource trader, brand and business consultant. He's a 4-time Presidential Gold Volunteer Service Medal recipient and the 2021 Presidential Lifetime Achievement Awardee for motivational speaking on human and civil rights. And he is the grandson of the legendary blues legend B.B. King. We got Christopher King, y'all. Well, thank you, Christopher, for coming.
What it do?
How you doing? How you doing? You missed some good stuff.
Well,
No, I know you had a prior engagement.
I ain't missed much. I can hear, and people were texting me and enlightening me on the things that y'all were talking about. So I didn't miss much. People kept me abreast of what was going on. How's everybody doing this evening?
What's going on?
Fantastic, good brother.
Oh, man, y'all gotta wake the fuck up right here, man. What y'all doing?
we've been super live. Shit, we high and drunk as hell.
Man, we all right, man. We here. Where's the energy,
I'm gonna go
man?
on to the we're gonna go to the next topic so you can jump in and give us some of your input on some of these crazy topics we got tonight.
Lay it on me.
So the next topic I got here, y'all, is oh God. Here we go. This one's gonna probably push some of y'all buttons. Why do men complain about women using them for their money when they use women for sex, good food, and being catered to?
I think I know who probably gave you this question.
Chris, since you just joined, we want to hear what you got to say first.
I don't even like the questions. I'm just gonna
I'm gonna go refill my drink. I'll be right back.
The question is so biased because for a person to even present that type of question, one, you're immature. In my eyes, because if you're looking at a relationship from a value perspective of what the person can do for you, you're already in the wrong relationship. Yes, we always want people that can help us, that can benefit us, but too many people materialize relationships through acts of service, and that starts with understanding the love language of your partner. A lot of people don't know their love language is one for themselves or their partner. So when they look at relationships or they get in relationships, and I'll start with the service perspective, because when you're talking about cooking, cleaning, and having sex, those are services that some people may see as an act of I'm doing something for my man. It's a privilege in essence, then more so of along the lines of honoring your mate or your spouse. Cooking for me is not a level of service. That is a responsibility in a marriage. One, if you're girlfriend and boyfriend, you feed yourself. But if she do cook for you or he do cook for you, then great, that's a benefit. But you have to think about a lot of people want marital responsibilities in girlfriend-boyfriend relationships, and that's a problem. That's automatically that's a no-no. Stay in your lane. You are a girlfriend. You are a boyfriend. You have no right to responsibilities to me or anything I own. And my money is not your money. It is what it is. Now, from the male perspective, if he has a lady who looks at him as a bag, that is his fault. Because if you lead in a relationship with your money, and then the only thing she sees is, okay, well, you got it, you need to have, and I won't. Well, you set yourself up for that failure. And obviously, if you can't continue to do something throughout the entire relationship, don't start that gate in the beginning. Don't open up that door. Go in broke. Eat at Applebee's. Go to Carrabba's. Don't go in there talking about, I'm gonna take you to Ocean Prime and Fleming's and Eddie V's, knowing you can't take her there every weekend. Don't set yourself up for that failure, because at the end of the day, that card gonna get pulled at some point. That card is gonna get maxed out. You're gonna have a point where you're gonna have to realize I can't afford the lifestyle I want to give this woman, because a lot of times we'll take that and make it their fault. And I'm talking about male to female. It's not her fault that you spend a lot of money on her. That's an individual responsibility. If you want to spend money on that woman and you can, fine, do so. But if you can't, don't. Let her know where you stand. I am a middle-aged, middle grade salary man. I make $45,000 a year. Own your space. The economical structure does not allow people to be rich and ballers all the time. Everybody can't buy red bottoms. Everybody can't go on $10,000 trip to the Maldives. It's not realistic. And a lot of these people are living unrealistic lives for the gram. And it's killing us as a community, trying to live by impressing other people. It's truly killing us.
So I'm sorry, good brother, where you finished? Because I have some agreements and some disagreements.
Always, go ahead. It's opinionated.
Yeah, so I agree to an extent. I think the reason why men lead with money, and we talked about this earlier, is because that's what many women require, right? Is to have that sense of financial security and responsibility. And so it's not necessarily it's not always a boastful thing, but sometimes it's letting the people around me know that I'm secure. But dating is expensive. And I think one of the things that I just came to terms with recently is that the average man just can't afford to date, right? Like I live in New York, and so a drink here is $22. So if we're going out for drinks and we have 2 rounds, I just spent $100, right? So like if we go for dinner and drinks, like we're talking about like a $300 to $400 night. And if I'm doing that twice in a month, that's a fucking bill. So it's not that I'm leading with money, but I like the company of women. I like to go out with women. And so if that's what I want to do, right, then that's what I have to do. But I don't think anybody wants to spend, $400 every other week on going on a date. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with some of what you're saying, but like I don't eat at Applebee's, so I'm not gonna take her to Applebee's. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only. It's not that I can't afford to go elsewhere. It's just if I go to Ocean Prime, it's not gonna be every week.
I agree.
Yeah.
Lifestyles are individual based.
For sure.
Very
100%.
correct. And what you referenced, New York, I've been to New York. I go to New York every year. I get booked to speak there. I love staying in Manhattan. But Manhattan is expensive. Now, you are correct that nobody wants to go on a date and spend that kind of money every weekend. It's not realistic. As I pointed out earlier, things have to be within your realm. Now, this is where I'm going to get you. You know I'm finna get you, right? I'm coming. So we as men have to be creative. If you're telling me the only way you can entertain a woman and make her feel needed, pleased, and wanted is by spending a certain value of dollar of money, then you're limiting yourself on your creativity and actually creating the date. You have you have no elements of exposure. You can't, if that's the only thing you can do, because dating is not expensive. Dating is based on a lifestyle you want to present to a person. You create that by creating the dates. You can go to a museum, buy a simple ticket. Alcohol doesn't always have to be involved. A 5-star restaurant doesn't always have to be involved.
You trying to smash it, dude? No, I'm just joking, bro. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
If a person if a person truly wants to smash, I'm 40 years old. I'm 40 years old. If a person truly wants to smash and she's really a lady, money is not the way to the kudo.
Yeah, definitely. So we on the same page, man. New York museums are free, so that's definitely that's definitely a great date.
You can take a walk through a park, take a walk on the beach. You can pack a lunch, show her you know how to do things that are not considered manly. You actually have a metrosexual side, and it's not seen as weak.
Can I be honest with you? I think for a lot of men, the reason why we want to go out and drinking is to lower women's inhibitions, because a lot of us aren't that interesting.
Now, I'm gonna get you again.
Damn right.
Because if you're talking to a woman who you think you have to do that with just to do that, I'm not personal. This is not personal. It's all general. Why would a man even deal with a woman that needs to be drug Bill Cosby just to try to get there. Like really, like
Right.
if that is your own self-esteem that low that you would have to associate yourself with the type of women that need to be coerced or influenced by a substance just to lay with them. That means you don't want to put in no real work.
So yes,
you don't want to put in no work, bro. Like you don't want to put in no work, man. That's hard, bro.
Ray!
That's a lazy dude.
Oh my God!
I like Chris. I'm just fucking with
Oh my God! So I just have a question from a female standpoint. Like we don't I don't want to say for all females because I know some women they require different stuff. So I remember Adrian saying before on one of our other shows that he was dating with intention. So he would only take the women that he really thought were potential serious candidates on actual dates. Mm-hmm. But anything prior to that, it was either an ice cream date or a coffee date or something that didn't really cost a lot of money. Because he was not just taking women out on dates just to spend money and eat and get free meals. So is it not like a normal thing for men to just to not go all out, to not show your entire hand to every woman that you date?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Who are you posing that question to?
To all of y'all. Like, I don't know what like the male mindset is when it's like y'all dating and how y'all structure your dates.
So I think that I know Adrian. Me and Adrian are cut from the same cloth, right? Like, I think that not only are we very intentional with our time with women, we're also very intentional with our money. And I don't think that any man wants to feel like he's wasting his money, right? So I said this to somebody the other day. I said I stopped dating a long time ago. I'll date you when we start dating, right? Like I'm not going out on dinners and museums and all of that until I'm actually like trying to get serious with that woman. So like, especially here in New York, there's so much to do. Like Chris said, like I like to do group stuff, right? So I'll invite her, like we go to live music shows or we go to events, in Prospect Park or in Central Park or whatever. Like I'll invite a woman out to do those things, bring around my circle of friends just to see if we even vibe, right? Because like dating it's expensive and honestly it's a terrible investment for men, right? Like if we're spending money just to see if we like someone, that is not a smart investment for men to make, which is why I think that a lot of men complain about the money that they spend because they don't really have it to spend.
What's your
wouldn't
name,
you wouldn't you try to get to know the woman before you do all that stuff, like conversations on the phone, video chatting?
What's your name, brother? I don't want to. What's your name, brother?
Oh, Ray Williams.
Ray, are you a serial dater?
What does that mean?
A person that likes to go on dates and spend money and with no intention. Like, do you really just spend time dating women, or do you actually spend time getting to know them before you actually go out and spend some money on them? But if you meet them,
I stopped dating back in '79, bro. I don't.
79. You is not that old. Stop lying.
I'm sick of you, Ray. I'm sick of you.
No, but seriously. So I'm in a relationship currently, and what I mean by like I don't date is that we met in a group setting. Like a bunch of my friends, we had gone out, for drinks and to watch a game, and then we all went out and hung out, and she was in my space, right? She was in my realm, and we liked each other. We started to hang out, but we did a lot of we hang out with a lot of groups, and it wasn't until like we decided that hey, we want to see where this goes, that we started doing like those sorts of things, right? So I had a vested interest in her before we went out and did dinners or drinks or any of that. So I'm saying that like just meeting someone like, oh, she's pretty, let's go to dinner. That's not something that I do or that I've done in a very long time. in New York because I didn't want to, but in Miami because it wasn't required. In Miami, if you bring a babe to your table, you could meet her mama tomorrow. So yeah, Miami is a
be very careful. You just bring
Miami is a
Florida. Don't do that.
Miami is a very different place. Adrian came down and hung out with me in Miami once, and Miami is a very, very different place.
So Juan, tell me, what is your theory on dating? Like, do you, because the question is men complaining about women using them for their money. Do you think that's an issue? Like, how do you approach the dating in women and money?
I'm only going to take a woman out on a date and spend money on something like that I want to go. Like, if I want to go to a restaurant that I think is like, I'll spend the money. But if I don't want to go, she's not going to tell me where I'm going to take her. Like, I don't do that.
But do you if you're dating, are you taking somebody that you're serious about out on these dates, or?
A serious person, yeah, but a person that I'm just trying to hang out with or waste some time, I'll take where I want to take her to. If I want to go to New York to a restaurant, all right, I'll spend the money to go. If she want to go and I'm just, just wasting time, like, no, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's an awesome transaction to me. Like, if I'm spending money on you and you giving me what is it, good sex, good food and being catered to, that's it. That's what I'm we in the game.
But you rich, Adrian. We ain't talking about you.
And I really actually think that's the issue. I don't really think men with money complain about spending money.
That's
what you want. Because they're gonna spend it anyway. Like,
it's one thing.
You just happen to be here.
It's one thing to complain about it and you're not getting those things, right? But
right.
There's two different types of men with money too. Food, all men with money don't think alike.
Being catered to,
that's true too.
And I don't think if a man is getting these things, he's complaining about spending money either.
So I don't like the term using, right?
Was the question.
I think that has a negative connotation, right? Like, so to Adrian's point, I'm sorry, I don't remember who made the point. I've never complained about money I had to spend, right? Like it's just not. You just don't. That's why, like men that complain about child support and all of that, like, that's wild to me, bro. Like, I've got 2 daughters. One of them lives with me. One of them doesn't. Her mama makes my oldest daughter's mama make all the money in the world. Ain't got shit to do with me. That check is still there, and it's like it's a scarcity mindset, right? Like men that don't have a good relationship with money complain about that money. And that's why I said that most, like, the average man can't afford to date.
Y'all see the question on the screen?
I mean, do y'all feel women use y'all for money? I no, I don't, because if a woman
I don't allow them
for
to.
my money, right? If a woman is using me for money, then and obviously I'm allowing that to happen. I mean, that question is for a gullible person to not even realize he's being used. That's a situational question. So, for me, no, because one, ain't nobody gonna use me. We gonna run off on the plug quick. That's a wrap. That ain't happening. I will not be abused blessing.
Okay. That brother strong.
I think most men that are being used for their money, that's all they have to offer. Right. So they really don't.
That's what some dudes do, man. They just, they pay to play, and that's how they roll. You know what I mean? And
now, I did say earlier, there's 2 different kind of men out there, and really it's 3, because you have that one that you just referenced. They gonna pay, not because they're being used, but because they don't want your ass around them.
Transactional relationships.
It's
some of the best relationships you could have.
They're paying you for the amount of time you're going to give them, and then you're going to leave them alone forever. Potentially, it's situational for the moment. It is crazy. I'm like, dude, you just spent how much? You're like, bro, I ain't gonna see her for about 3 months. I'm like, that's crazy. But why even let her back? I don't even get that. Like, find you somebody that can actually bring something to the table other than her BBL. I don't understand. I'm confused. I'm so confused right now. But
I also
they like
think
the gorilla built women. I don't care.
I also think that some men, myself included, we kind of get off on doing things for people, women in particular, right? Like, it's I never forget, man. When I lived in Miami, we told one of my boys that he only dated refugees because like
immigration ass thing.
Damn.
But like we lived in high rises and drive nice cars and stuff. So like you get these pretty ass babes that's fresh off the boat. They don't have shit, but they look good, right? And like it's just such an easy target. But it's just funny, man. Like I tell people all the time, like New York has the same caliber of women in terms of looks, but they have shit going for themselves. And I think that's the biggest difference between Miami and New York is that the women here have jobs and houses. And
so you literally categorize people by where they live.
The women that are in my space, yeah, for sure, 100%.
Hey, bro, I done been to NY. I done been to Miami, right? Seen all that good, bad, and ugly, right? But I'm not gonna lie, bro. The DMV, man, the DMV is the best place for everything you have talked about, right? And the reason why I say that, yeah, okay. So what I'm saying is that I just the New York Miami thing is cool, but it's just not it, bro. Like when you come to the DMV, like you said, you got all flavors, bro. So like you got DC, you got Maryland, and you got Virginia, and all those women move from Miami to DC or Maryland, whatever. They all do the same thing. Now, when it comes to houses and jobs, I mean, women in Georgia got that, bro. You got to think like. You get a crib in Georgia for like $250. So like New York is expensive. Chicks have roommates in New York, B. You know what I mean? New York is expensive, B. It's expensive, B, in New York. You know what I mean? Miami's expensive too. So they in Miami, they probably living in Fort Lauderdale or somewhere on the outskirts. So, but I just say all that to say, yeah, but ain't nothing wrong with that. Like you said, your man, refugee guy. You know what I mean? They be pretty now. Fresh off the banana boat, you know what I mean?
Not the banana boat.
Y'all must ain't got
no visa. What'd you say?
Y'all must ain't got no passports.
Hey, my guy, I just got back from Amsterdam 2 days ago, and I was in Dubai a couple hours before that, so I don't know.
It's more. There's more to women than just in America. I mean, when you I get it.
Tripping. You tripping? No, you tripping? And you telling me? So we supposed to bring them over? We supposed to bring them over? We got to bring them over.
You got to bring them over. Women travel too.
They can't leave the country, man. Like they can't leave from over there, man.
The ones in Central America can't leave. They can't get visas.
You got plenty over here, man. You got plenty over here, man.
Yeah, go over. He like visas, right? Go over there and get somebody a citizenship.
Right.
Yeah,
right. $300 to pay their rent up for a year.
Damn.
All right, y'all. I got 2 more topics, and then we're gonna be gone because we've been on here for a minute. All right.
Hey, got it.
Have men dropped the ball when it comes to leading the Black family?
Like I said earlier, everybody can't lead, man. Like I said, I be around a lot of brothers, and they just ain't no leaders. They are not leaders. They're well in whatever area they're well in. So even when it comes to a family, like I said, I coach basketball, right? So I see kids that have dads in their households, and they don't even talk to their dad, right? No conversation, no game, no nothing, right? Then you'll have, the kids that don't have no dads, but like I said, at the same time, their mom might be a strong figure in their life where they're just respectful, know how to treat people. And I mean, it just kind of go both ways. So I just think it's really all on the individual. If he never was a leader and he always was a follower, then see, that's what he is. You know what I mean? And you can't make that man lead a family if he can't or don't know how to, don't have the characteristics to, in my opinion.
You're right. You're right. And I'm going to say yes. In a general perspective, the tides have changed in social economical structure. Women are doing a lot more in the home, leading, working, providing. They're doing and even being the breadwinner. We have slipped as a male culture. There are good men out there. There are strong men that actually lead their homes. And I applaud those individuals that do so. But when you look at the numbers statistically, Numbers don't lie. Women are going out becoming CEOs. They're getting doctorates. They're taking over. And men are doing service industry jobs, large scale. If you don't believe me, just look at the numbers. You go in restaurants, you see more male waiters than you do see females. You see more male service custodians than you got women teaching and administrators of the schools. The roles have switched. So yeah, the ball has been dropped because we don't put education, one, as a leadership in our own, self-education. We're not pushing ourselves enough to overachieve. You have those onesie, twosies, and that's great. But as a culture, we as Black men are not uplifting each other enough. We're not bringing each other to the necessary tables to help another. It's either my mind and eyes, and I'm gonna get mine, and that's the wrong mindset to have. Women working together more than we are working together. Look at the women empowerment events, hand over foot. They in droves, lifting each other up. But you let a man put a man empowerment event together, and buddy say, "I ain't going. Hey, what are you gonna teach me?" We're not going. We don't allow each other to pour into each other enough. When you're talking about back in those cultural days and our parents and our fathers, man, them dudes were clicked up since pre-K, and they still friends today. But we can't keep a homeboy for a month because he's trying to smash our girl. It's ridiculous.
So,
what you think, Juan?
I'm
sorry. I want to hear because Juan over there huffing. He's like got something to get off his chest.
I hate this question because a lot of men are uneducated about raising kids and family and things. The justice system was designed ever since slavery to take the man out of the household. And even when we came off the boat in slavery, the first thing they did when you come off, if you walk off with your wife, they'll beat the man to make your wife think that you don't have no protection. The man isn't nothing. So once when you say that the man dropped the ball, like it was already designed from the beginning for us not to be able to raise our families, to be there for our child. And it's an ongoing process. And it's like it's always going to be that way because the justice system is trying to keep us in prison so they can keep the prisons open to make money to feed their families and keep us out of the households.
Yeah. So can I just I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I just want to stir up the conversation. So those things definitely were put in place. It's so much systematic things that was just woven into the DNA of the Black culture. But now we are more educated, we have more access, we have more resources than we've ever had before. So how do we change that narrative? Because we can't keep using the same system that's been held against us when we have more access to things and we have more opportunities to change that narrative. For instance, we have like the men that I have on this panel right now, most of you, I think, have children. And I'm sure that you're instilling different things into your kids to make sure that they don't fall victim to that justice system. So how do you change the narrative to say, okay, we're gonna change, we're gonna fix this, and we're not gonna allow anything else to happen to us because we have options now?
Well, the thing is, look at Chicago, look at Philadelphia. We have all them avenues, but we're still out here doing what we're doing. They're allowing guns on the street. They're allowing, people, to run around killing each other. And there's really no fathers because it already started from the beginning. That's in the relationship with their mothers to raise their household. They're going to keep letting it happen because they don't want us to come together and work because we're going to need them. I don't
feel like they're letting anything happen. I believe we're doing it to ourselves in large numbers. And I'll give you an example. So when George Floyd got killed, the streets was pouring with people protesting about this white man killing this Black man. PNB Rock just got killed last week. Ain't a Black person filled no street to protest at all.
Nope.
Well, they're not letting us come together. They're not going.
What do you mean letting us?
Well, I'm saying as far as the justice.
Black people ain't never protested for other Black people killing each other though.
Never.
Why is it so important for us to fill the streets to protest when white cops kill Black people, but we don't protest when other Black people kill?
Everybody isn't out there.
I can answer that, or at least give a little perspective on it. So what would the end game be, right? For us to, like, who are we? Whose attention are we trying to get when we're out, when we're protesting, right? So when cops kill Black people, we are speaking out against, like you guys said, the system. But when a Black person kills another Black person, when Young Dolph got killed, or when King Von got killed, right? Like those were instances of essentially like civilians killing civilians, right? And so there's no while yes, we should be outraged when any Black life is taken, there's no institution, right, that can be accredited with taking that life. And
the
so an
institution should be those gang members that are affiliated with these people that are killing us.
So I hear you, but when it's government sanctioned and what they like your tax dollars, right, that are killing you, that's where that outrage and why those protests come from. So I'm
not even trying to use that comparison as a literal comparison. I'm using it as an instance of Black people cannot be that outraged.
Look at my middle console.
When I want them to be outraged on both ends. I want you to be just as upset when white cops kill Black people as when Black people kill Black people.
Right.
I hear
crime
that.
is crime.
But
yeah, I agree.
What I'm saying is that I don't.
Why.
Like, so we have gang members out here. Back in the day when gangs were originally put together, it was to protect the community. Now they're terrorizing the community. That's what I mean. We need to protest that. Our kids should not be coming up. You shouldn't look at another Black man and say it's okay to kill him. So how do we fix that? Like, something has to happen to where it's not acceptable anymore. You just be like, oh well, just another Black person. It's just Chicago, it's just Philly.
So again, I think like my point is that protests and riots and all that are political. You can't have a political response to a street issue, right?
But you can, because they used to have it back in the day when the Black Panthers were put together. It was to stop the people from terrorizing the other Black people.
But those are two community things, like working together.
That's
right?
why we need to. That's what I'm saying. We need to bring that.
I don't disagree, but what I'm saying is that riots and protests, right, are not.
You're taking that literally. You're taking that literally. I didn't mean. I don't want you to take that as the point. I don't want you to take the riots and the protests as the literal sense. The point I'm trying to make is that we have to stop. We have to make it a point to where we're not making it okay. And just not saying anything at all. There's no conversation whatsoever about Black people killing other Black people, other than that's just Chicago. Oh, that's just Philly.
And so one of the things that I wanted to speak on, someone said something about like the system, right? So one of my guys, ET, he said the other day, he was like, we know the system exists. The system has been there so long, so we should start to figure out how to navigate around it, right? And so all of the men that are in my circle have found ways to circumvent their circumstances or their situations. And while I understand that that's not everyone's perspective, I think one of the things Chris said was uplifting one another is super important, right? Like showing other people that look like you opportunities to do things that they might not have thought that they could do. A lot of people don't really understand just how like the government did things to separate Black people from the rest of the money earning areas of the world, right, or of their cities. They drove highways right through the middle of our neighborhoods, right? Like they cut off train lines. They moved the Cobb County MARTA doesn't run in Cobb County, right, in Atlanta. Then they moved the baseball team from Fulton County out to Cobb County to limit access, to get out there. So like it's hard for us to fight a government, right? And so it's up to us to build things, companies, opportunities, and interests that help not only ourselves, right, but the people around us. there are a ton of industry, not a ton, but there's several industries where you can do very well with no degree, right? Like first time I made over 100 grand was a job that did not require a degree, and so there are things that can be done that I don't think people have the exposure to. And to Chris's point, I think it's important for us to, and we might not call it a men's empowerment brunch, because one of the things that I think men, and Black men in particular, pride themselves on is at least portraying that they have it all together, right? And that's one of the things that Ta-Nehisi Coates said in his book, Between the World and Me, is that everything that we do, gold chains, Jordans, a nice car, is to outwardly express that I got my shit together, right? So I think that we would have to present it in a way that that doesn't say you need me, right? But hey, brother, what can I do to help you?
Right.
Yeah. I just had that conversation the other day about men coming together to show these little boys that they don't need to be entertainers. They don't need to be athletes. They can be, and they can have a company like Juan has, where they rehabbing houses, building houses. That is a skill that can never go out of style. They can never create a robot enough to build a house. So it's like a skill that they can never get rid of. It's little boys in all these communities across the world that don't have dads that can use those type of skills. Don't know how to change a tire. Don't know how to tie a tie. Don't know how to fish. Don't know how to do certain things. That it's plenty of men in the neighborhood that can just take the time out on a Saturday just to show them that kind of stuff. Yeah, that would actually just change their mindset and not go to the gang side, not go to the gun violence, not go to the drug dealing. Like, it's certain stuff that they can actually just implement.
We can always talk about what the problem is, but providing solutions and being a person that actually participates in the solution is two different things.
Yeah, for sure. It's so funny to me, man. Like, when you think about like people having everything that they need, right? Like, well, white people are greedy, so they take even when they don't need. But for the most part, right? Like people take when they need stuff, right? Like, and the best example of like the system knowing that people don't have what they need is when you go into Black communities and you walk into a bank. There's that 3-inch plexiglass right in between you and all the money, because they know that these people in this community don't have everything that they need, so they might take it, right? When you walk into a white neighborhood and you go into the bank, I'm face to face with the teller, because the people in this community have everything that they need, and they're probably not going to take from me. And so, like, I think, as a community, for us to have that knowledge and that notion, and we know that these people in this community don't have everything they need, and they might take this money from us, right? And we should be doing more. I think churches should be doing more. I think community organizations should be doing more to really lift these people up and put them in places that they need to be. Sorry, I'm gonna stop ranting. My bad.
And also, some of the responsibility has to go to the people too, because sometimes people get comfortable. And they don't. You can offer all the things in the world, and they still just no. I want my food stamps. I want my Section 8. Leave me alone. Don't mess up my stuff.
Well, so I mean, like that kind of shit. It's hard to give up. Like it's hard. It's hard if somebody's been eating for free, right? And then you want them to go and take a low earning job, and now they have to, because they make, I think the food stamp limit is now like 18 grand, right? If you make more than 18,000, now you got to pay half of your paycheck to get food. It's almost incentivizes people to stay poor.
To stay in the system.
Yeah. Middle class is probably not the best class to be in.
It's not.
It's the worst.
It's not at all.
It's the worst class to be in.
The worst class to be in.
Yeah. So. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get y'all to this last question. We're gonna get out of here, and I need y'all to answer this question honestly, because I need the women to hear it.
They got $9.
Okay, so what do men want from women that they are not getting?
I ain't answering that question first.
Tut.
What's happening?
What do men want from women that they are not getting?
I'm gonna say transparency sometimes. Because like I said, I talked to a few of my married partners or whatever. On my trip, man, they let me know that, to keep something sustainable, it's all about transparency. You want somebody to be your best friend. A lot of women aren't always going to be open to like I want like, baby, I want to tell you, back in the days I used to be XYZ. You know what I'm saying? Like every woman can't handle that. So, I think it's really, just want somebody to be your friend and you want to be able to be transparent with. I think transparency is the word of the night. Talk to me. Okay.
What you got, Juan?
I would say honesty. So I would say.
So women just lying to you? You don't get no honesty from women?
I'm not saying all women, but I say 85% of women.
God damn.
Lie.
Shit, y'all all lying like that?
Yeah. And I'm not blaming it for past relationships. Just, when I know, I talk to a lot of guys. I talk to females, like, as friends. And, I hear the same thing. So, I see it from
what
both
they
sides.
lying about?
Right.
I can't go all into that.
Them dirty niggas they fucked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dirty.
Didi, I have male friends, and I'm friends with more females than I am male. So I hear it from both sides.
Wow. That's and the crazy part about that is that women are always talking about men lying. Look at God and told the truth and shamed the devil. What you got, Chris? What you got?
I need a cigar.
Wait a minute. Wait. Somebody said, can men handle the truth? Oh shit.
Not
all.
It's
not all.
2022, so I'm if we using words, I'm gonna go with vulnerability, simply because we're dealing with a lot of problems and trauma, and people are not healing before they move on to new relationships, and then they're allowing their past to be crutches on their future and their present, whether it be insecurities for themselves or insecurities based on actions of other people. So I'm just going to say, one, be vulnerable for the relationship and be open to one, self-healing and growth. But a lot of that is not happening these days at all. They're just trucking along damaged goods and wondering why it ain't working.
Preach. Ray, keep it short.
My bad, I got you. So really, I think we want y'all to be nice to us. I want y'all to stop going on social media and bashing men and telling the world and like airing out our family business. Sorry, Dee, give me a second. I'm gonna keep this short. 2 minutes. Can I get 2 minutes? So like I see a lot of like not anonymous posts, but like these like it'll be like a Photoshop Twitter something, right? That'll say some shit that really formulates like some people's thought processes. And I really feel like they come from like Russian troll farms. They put a black girl's picture on it and like they'll say some inflammatory shit like about how a black woman feels about black men, right? And then it gets reposted 20,000 times and starts to formulate the thought process of how women actually like view a certain situation. And so I think like if that woman who said it ain't at the forefront of it and I can't talk to her about it, stop posting that shit. Talk to me about it. If you have an issue with a black man, talk to that man about it. Bring it to him. Don't take it to social media. And we'll try to do the same. I want to be your friends. I want black women and black men to have a healthy relationship again. I want us to stop bashing each other in public. And I want us to start over. Can we reset? I love y'all.
Give that man a cigar, please. He needs a stick. A whole church.
Oh my God.
No.
Wow.
He said, I love
Adrian, you got something to say? I don't want you to get in trouble.
Oh no,
No, I'm joking.
I'm
I'm
definitely
joking.
piggybacking off kind of what Ray said. I think that, when you look at it from a standpoint culturally, our women tend to collectively put us down, diss us, over and over and over again. We just the worst thing, but I don't see other cultures really doing it. You know what I'm saying? And you act like you would think no other men cheat, no other men do anything outside of but love their women. But with us, it's like we the worst men in the world, right? So, hey man, keep that in house. You know what I'm saying? Stop talking about us like that to everybody else. Keep it in
Stop
house.
downing each other.
Yeah.
It goes back to uplifting. Yeah, I mean, we can uplift us men, but uplifting our community as a whole. We need to empower each other all the time. If I have female associates, and I literally, if they get on the phone with me, I'm gonna tell them, you need to get your ass up. You need to make your day intentional. Do something. Be the empowered woman you are. Don't just lay around complaining about stupid stuff that really you can change in a moment. Just be intentional. Go activate yourself. Go be the CEO you are, and be real. Some people just they self-defeat all the time, and it's not good.
And I'll say one thing that I hear overwhelming from men: smile. It's not gonna kill you, ladies. Smile.
Smile.
Like
Smile.
I don't know. A lot of women get angry when somebody tell them to smile. I don't know why.
Right.
Just smile.
They got their whole day written on their face, like,
yeah. It's okay to be kind.
Right. Be nice.
Okay. Yeah. But I really appreciated y'all for coming on the panel today. I'm excited for next week. Y'all, these ladies are firecrackers. So be ready for them next week.
I'll be late again.
They yeah. They yeah. It's about to be crazy because they don't hold back. So we're gonna have a good time next week. But hopefully we can come to some type of middle ground and understanding each other and speaking each other's languages a little bit more. At this point of the show, I want to give everybody a chance to promote whatever they have going on coming up in the future. Let people know where they can find you on your social media platforms. And I'll let you go and start first, Chris. What you got going on? What you got coming up? What you got?
Everybody can follow me at The Real Christopher King on Instagram. Website is www.thegentcourse.com. We have community events coming up. We have a Family Field Day coming up October 29th. It will be in Wesley Chapel, Florida, and you can tune in the sack races, tug of wars, dunk tanks, and yes, you can come in and dunk a police chief in a dunk tank. So we're building relationships between positive engagement between law enforcement and the community. So I hope you guys come out and support if you're in Florida. If you're not, come on down and hang out with us.
Okay. What you got, Juan?
You follow me at Mr. Fixer 1748 on Instagram. I do community events. I do stereo sound battles. You can follow us at Street Talk Street Battles on Facebook and Instagram. I don't have anything coming up right now, but thank you guys for having me, and I'll see you guys next week.
And if you need your house renovated, he the man. He renovated my grandma's house. It looked like a whole different house. He is the man, I'm telling you.
Thank you.
What you got, Ray?
Most of what I do is silent partnering. So the only thing that I have publicly, I have partnered with a company out of Detroit called Detroit versus Everybody. We launched at Alabama A&M first, and we've got 2 other schools coming up. We're launching at Jackson State and FAMU this fall. So FAMU versus Everybody and JSU versus Everybody. So coming to an HBCU soon. HBCUs versus Everybody.
Okay. Jay, say it right. What you got, Tut, with your high ass?
Man, I'm actually mentally checked out, man. I really respect all your brothers on what y'all doing, no stuff. But seriously, man, like I was like, man, I ain't even write no script for that. Them joints are solid. But anyway, you can follow me at worldwide. You can follow me at worldwide_jet. Like I said, man, right now, slow motion, looking to finish 4th quarter off strong. Got a few things in motion. Can't really discuss until, like I said, everything coming to fruition. But like I said, the year's been well. I'm looking forward to 23. So,
all right, let's get it. What you got, Drena Dreen?
I'm working on the Gulf Coast Brunch Festival. We have all our entertainment secured and just getting vendors locked in and pushing out these tickets. But that's about it.
All right. New York bestselling author Adrian. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
And it's been 2 hours and 27 minutes, and my Mississippi internet has not went out one time tonight.
It's a record, y'all. It's a record.
Are you in Mississippi?
Yes.
Where at?
I'm on the Gulf Coast.
Okay, that's what's up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Juan does renovations in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and that's it, right?
Yeah, Pennsylvania,
New Jersey, and
yes.
Pennsylvania.
I'm licensed and fully insured in both states.
And he good. That boy good. All right, best-selling author Adrian.
Yeah, so if you want to check out my books that are sitting right behind me, A Gentleman's Thoughts, it's already written by Adrian Taylor. Check that out. I'm actually gonna start a package deal for him, so look out for that. I'll be sending out the link as well, so people can get them books if they want to book me to speak. For sure, holla at your boy. I come out and do my thing. Yeah, of course I'm traveling, training coming up. Yeah, I got a few of those coming up. So yeah, I'm just doing what I do.
You still traveling?
Hey man, don't stop.
Oh, okay, they getting their money out of you.
Oh yeah.
Didi, what you got?
So y'all know I have my annual photo shoot coming up October 1st. I'll be flying out to Miami on September 30th, my birthday. It's going to be insane. I told y'all I'm still trying to get my nerves up for it. I'm still scared, but I'm going to do it because I got live animals and I'm scared of everything. So y'all pray for me. What else I got? I'm going to do a boot camp again next month. I'm going to try to do a little twist to it this time, but just be on the lookout for the Core Queens Abs and Ass Boot Camp, virtual boot camp. I do it for everybody across the globe if you want to work out with me. If you want to be one of my clients, you schedule a call with me, corequeen.com/free gift. Look at my video, check me out, get on the call with me. I'll see if we're a good fit. No, I do not take everybody that gets on the phone with me because not everybody is ready to work out and I ain't got time to be wasting my time. Okay, so I'll let you know if you could be one of my clients. No, we don't do that. And my program's not cheap, so I'm not gonna waste your money either. So and then I need everybody to go out if you have not already. I'm gonna put the link in the bio. In the comments here. Go out and check out my artist video. I'm in the video as well. Money Train featuring Anthony Hamilton. I am co-starring alongside Anthony Hamilton in the video. So check it out, download it, stream it, watch the video, run the views up. Let me know what you think about the video. It's grown and sexy music if you like music. But check it out. Y'all know next week we will have the women and the men together. So please come back, share this live, let people know about the Breaking Barriers podcast. We're excited to have both panels come on next week. So bring your questions. If you have any questions for us, you see that number scrolling across the bottom of the screen. You can text them to us. You can DM us. You can inbox us. However you want to get them questions to me, get them to me. Because we ask them everything next week is raw, uncut, unfiltered. Bring your drinks, bring your popcorn, bring your weed, whatever you need to bring it because we're going to do it all. But don't get as high as Tut, please, because he can't even talk to me. Okay? He over there stuck like
Didi, how many ladies you got coming on next week?
Hopefully I'll have all 4 this time. So last week only 2 showed up.
So I will be.
All right, we'll talk. We'll talk once we go off live. I just got questions.
Okay. But yeah, well, I appreciate everybody that was in the comments tonight. If you're on Facebook, please go over to YouTube and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like, comment, everything. Turn your notifications on so you know when we're on live. We're here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.
See ya.